Alright, folks, this might be a little bit of a repetitive video. I've covered a number of these topics tangentially in the past, but I did want to get all of this tossed out there in one pitch. So here we go. Now, in my video criticizing Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid's Good Morning Britain ambush of Polish MEP Janunsz Korwin-Mikke, I criticized Morgan and Reid for failing to understand various basic truths about living within a meritocratic system. I also criticized Piers Morgan's inability to understand the difference between a normative and descriptive claim. Now, in this video, I'm going to lay out what I think is one of the easiest ways to overcome their particular types of rebuttals when confronted with the factors that Korwin-Mikke used to explain why women, on average, earn less over time than their male counterparts. Again, on average. In these sections, I'll be describing the best starting point for approaching someone taking the sorts of positions held by Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid in the aforementioned interview. I call it starting from agreement. You establish some commonly accepted reasonable statements and build from there. So with that in mind, could we, that is, you and I, agree on the following descriptive statement? An attractive man, on average, is likely to earn more than an ugly man over the course of their respective lives. Well, a study published June 24th, 2005 by Harvard University, credit to Marcus M. Mobius of Harvard University and National Bureau of Economic Research, and Tanya S. Rosenblatt of Wesleyan University, concluded that there is a distinct and measurable beauty premium, which sees attractive individuals between a combination of employer preconceptions, confidence of applicants, and more advanced social skills more typically possessed by attractive individuals, earning up to 16.7% for each standard deviation increase in beauty. This beauty premium is comparable to the average lifetime earnings differences between genders and ethnicities. So, attractive people make more money than less attractive people on average. Is that really so hard to accept? Considering the social skills and confidence they're more likely to possess? Well, if you're saying that yes, it is terribly difficult, please leave a comment down below and let me know why you hold that particular perception, because in any event, we're moving on. Now, while Drake Bear of Business Insider notes that research has shown the development of higher social skills to be a better indicator of lifetime earning potential than the development of higher learning, intelligence cannot be discarded as a factor altogether, and this is where we start the first portion of our composition of this rebuttal. In short, I don't think it unreasonable to make the following descriptive statement. Everything else being equal, a more intelligent person, on average, will tend to out-earn their less intelligent counterparts. Again, if you disagree with anything I've said here, please leave me a comment down below and explain where you feel I've made my error. However, moving on with that presumed agreement that people with greater intelligence will typically out-earn those of lower intelligence, let's look at physical health. Alright, so, again, everything else being equal, could we come to an agreement on the following statement? Stronger, healthier, and more robust individuals will tend to out-earn their weaker, frailer counterparts, if only for the lack of time lost to basic injuries. Well, if you look at the supporting factors, they should. Stronger, healthier people will be capable of a greater range of tasks. They will experience lower rates of fatigue and fatigue-related injuries and will subsequently heal at a quicker pace than those who are less healthy, resulting in shorter lengths of potential downtime from the same injuries suffered as their weaker, frailer counterparts. If you disagree with this point, you should know what to do by now. Comment, and we're moving on. So, we can agree, I would hope, aside from those who will presumably be leaving comments down below, that say more attractive or stronger, healthier, maybe more intelligent people, well, they'll tend to out-earn their less attractive or weaker or less healthy or less intelligent counterparts. I sure hope we can agree on this, but again, comment down below. But the reason I hope we can agree on this is because the next portion will somewhat hinge on that premise. In any case, imagine that we have a series of columns comparing two things. Things aren't really important right now, just set of columns, 3 pairs, let's say. And we want to compare 3 different things. Now, they're just columns, just graphs, but what relevance do they have? Well, how about we take a look at what they represent? Now, all of my sources are in the description down below, and please feel free to peruse them at your leisure, but this is reality as we are capable of observing it today. The United States Marine Corps found female Marines in infantry training doing the same tasks as their male counterparts experienced injury rates 6 times those experienced by the male candidates. They simply suffer injury more often under physical tasks. They also found that the female Marines tested possessed 15% less anaerobic power, 15% less anaerobic capacity, and 10% lower aerobic capacity than their male counterparts. They were weaker and showed less endurance and oxygen efficiency than their male candidates. And when examining the Mensa roster for the Toronto, Ontario office, noted as a representative of Mensa Canada, the ratio of male applicants achieving IQ scores of 130 points or greater was 2-to-1 when compared to women who were tested. Women lag behind quite significantly in IQ ranges equal to or greater than the gifted cutoff at 130 points. When you move on from that point after age 15, the ratio is 2-to-1, male to female, greater IQ than 130. And now, while IQ is obviously not the only way that we measure somebody's aptitude for learning or their intelligence overall, some people can be very intelligent in unconventional ways, very socially intelligent, if you will. It is an extremely important factor and, on large scale, can be used to draw some fairly basic conclusions. The majority of the CEOs and the top earning professionals that you will see in the world tend to trend higher in IQ ranges as well. Now, we started here by coming to a number of agreements which could be suitably qualified with scientific documentation. Then, we demonstrated how those factors present in the differences between the sexes. The conclusion? If stronger, healthier, and more intelligent people will justifiably stand to out-earn weaker, less healthy, and less intelligent people, and men are, on average, stronger, healthier, more resistant in terms of suffering injury less often under the same tasks, and tend to rank higher on IQ tests overall than women, that it should be no real surprise that, again, on average, they tend to out-earn women over their lifetimes. This all says, of course, nothing of the differences in professional preferences between men and women, the average number of hours worked by men and women, and the proportion of men to women working in higher risk but also higher paying occupations, all of which show men pursuing higher paying jobs, being willing to work a greater number of hours each week, and to do all of this in more dangerous, riskier conditions, which pay, typically, more than more comfortable, leisurely settings. Now, folks, these should not be controversial statements to make. If we can agree that a stronger, healthier, and more intelligent man should out-earn a weaker, less healthy, and less intelligent man, and that a stronger, healthier, and more intelligent woman should out-earn a weaker, less healthy, and less intelligent woman, then why should a stronger, healthier, more intelligent man not out-earn a weaker, less healthy, or less intelligent woman, or vice versa? It just so happens that men are, on average, physically stronger, more resilient to injury, and, again, on average by IQ, the more intelligent sex. This much can be supported by scientific studies and observable data. Now, do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Either way, leave a comment down below and let the battle of the sexes flame war flare. Until next time, this has been JT Viper with your another daily dose of venom. See you, everybody.